in the religion, life should be like a river, and we should be a witness only. We should only see but not enjoy. We should be a seer, observer, but not an enjoyer. The moment you want to enjoy, if you involve yourself with it, then you will be in trouble. So you should only be an observer. You should be an eternal witness. Everything will pass on well.
In this world we live in this life we have been given, I find us, the human being, its greatest miracle. I believe we are the greatest miracle. In my book, Jivan Goretum, I have described my meetings with people who are simple and amazing, uncommon and romantic. They were not dealt with the best hand in life, and the person we see in front of us may seem rough and ugly in the beginning. Yet I was struck by their inner beauty and effervescent energy that shone through like an uncut diamond. Born in Ghum in 1930, Shri Krishna Singh Moktan did his education from Darjeeling Government High School and later at the Darjeeling Government College. He completed his law degree from the University of Calcutta and in social sciences from Shantiniketan Bolpur in 1956. In 1962, he joined government service and retired as Inspector General of Prisons, Government of West Bengal. He has authored 5 novels in Nepalese language, which were published between 1958 and 2019. He has translated 20 books and has been the editor of 2 monthly magazines. His awards and honors include the Bhanu Puraskar 2002, the Nirman Puraskar 2003, and the Sahitya Academy Award 2006. His books have been immensely popular, the reason being his simple and earnest style of narration that has touched the hearts of a cross-section of people.
जाड़ा का महीना था, बहुत ठंडा था, और मेरी माँ ने जो कहानी कहती है वो सुनने से मुझे भी कहानी सा लगता है। तो मेरी माँ बोलती थी कि इतना ठंडा था कि सब इंडोर रहते थे, कोई बाहर नहीं जाते थे। जाड़ा का मौसम था, अगस्त का महीना का। उसी वक्त मेरा जन्म हुआ 1930 साल में, और जब मेरा जन्म हुआ उस वक्त तो ऐसा समय था, नो डॉक्टर, नो नर्स, नो एडवाइज़र, नो गुड डाइट, प्री नेटल, एंटीनेटल कोई नहीं था। माँ और बच्चा और एक हेल्पर लेडी रहती थी। मेरा जन्म हुआ, लेकिन इट वाज ए प्री मैच्योर बेबी, 7 महीना का बच्चा जन्म हुआ। और वो बच्चा, माँ बोलती है कहानी का माफिक, रोया भी नहीं, चिल्लाया भी नहीं, और चला एक अचल था, एब्सोल्युटली इमूवेबल। तो वो हेल्पर लेडी ने कही कि माता जी, मुझे तो लगता है बच्चा तो मरा हुआ है। तो माँ ने कही ठीक है, इसका बाप आने से तो खोजेगा। और जो हम लोग सोते थे, एक छोटा सा खाट था, उसके नीचे रख दीजिए और बोरा एक तो शैक से कवर कर दीजिए। आधा घंटा बाद में पिताजी आए और उन्होंने कहा बच्चा हुआ ना क्या, देखे? तो माँ ने कही वो हेल्पर लेडी को, बहन जी दिखा दीजिए, और खाट नीचे से निकालिए। और जब वो खाट नीचे से निकाला तो बच्चा रोया। तो हेल्पर लेडी ने कही, माँ जी बच्चा तो जिंदा है। तो सब खुश हो गए और साफ सुथरा करके जो नियम था वो सब करके मेरा ऐसा ही प्रीमेच्योर 7 महीना में मेरा जन्म हुआ था।
कष्ट हजारौं आउँदा जीवनमा हाँसोले आँसु लुकायो, अनिदो रातले सताउँदा मलाई काखको सिरानीमै सुतायो बाटो हराउँदा आतिन्दा मन हातले तिम्रो डोरायो
घूम से दार्जिलिंग केवल 4 किलोमीटर है और कोई टैक्सी गाड़ी फाड़ी कुछ नहीं था। ट्रेन सर्विस था और आपका मोटर गाड़ी थी खूब कम। तो हम लोग बैलगाड़ी से आया कार्ट, उसको हिल कार्ट रोड ही बोलता था क्योंकि बैलगाड़ी से ही उस वक्त ट्रांसपोर्ट होता था। पिताजी, मैं, बड़ा भैया, माँ, घर का सामान कुछ था, आग जलाने का अंगीठी था और एक छोटा सा बिड़ाल भी था, बिल्ली। वो बिल्ली को भी एक तो छोटा सा बास्केट में ढोका के माता जी ने दार्जिलिंग लाया। टाउन का नज़दीक लामा बिल्डिंग बोल के 3 स्टोरी बिल्डिंग था, उसी में एक किराए करके पिताजी ने हम लोगों को।
So the structure you see behind me, this concrete structure which is a 2-storied building, this structure was not here in the year 1930. So I'm talking about 1930. It was a small wooden structure over here, just a small wooden structure with a tin roof, and this was it was a house of Mr. Krishna Singh Muktan, my father-in-law.
तो क्लास 8 तक मैं जब पढ़ा बहुत बढ़िया से, मैं तो फर्स्ट होकर के पढ़ा क्लास 8 तक। लेकिन क्लास 8 जब मैं पहुंचा, चढ़ा ऊपर आ गया, पिताजी बीमार हो गए। डॉक्टर ने कहा दिस इज निमोनिया, नो होप, निमोनिया, डबल निमोनिया। तो पिताजी गुजर गए। व्हेन आई वाज इन क्लास 8, मैं 13 साल का था, देखिए। और दूसरा आर्मी मेंबर कोई नहीं था। तो ब्रिटिशों ने गोरखा रेजिमेंट एक खोला था, 5th रॉयल गोरखा राइफल्स। उसमें 15 से 19 वर्ष तक का लड़का को बॉयज़ भर्ती में लेता था आर्मी में, क्योंकि लड़ाई शुरू होने वाला था 1939 टू 1945
सेकेंड
वर्ल्ड वार। राइट सर। ये सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वार में उन्होंने ने मेरा बड़ा भाई को आर्मी में ले लिया। उसी वक्त दार्जिलिंग में एक वेदांत आश्रम था, रामकृष्ण वेदांत आश्रम। भगवान श्री रामकृष्ण जो है यहाँ पर दिल्ली में, इन्होंने ये प्रचार किया था कि शिक्षा और सेवा सबसे बड़ा धर्म है। शिक्षा दान, सेवा दान करके 1946 में हम लोगों का एजुकेशन ख़त्म हुआ। 16 वर्ष का हुआ था मैं। लेकिन दुख की बात, कलकत्ता में बहुत बुरा दंगा हुआ, हिंदू मुस्लिम। HS सरावर्दी बोल के एक चीफ मिनिस्टर था, ICS गवर्नर।
कौन सा साल होगा?
1946 होने वाला ही था इंडिपेंडेंस, एकदम टाइम वक्त आ गया था। और इतना आदमी मरे, अरे बाबा। उस वक्त गांधी जी आए कलकत्ता, उन्होंने भूख हड़ताल घोषणा कर दी। और उस वक्त गांधी जी का भूख हड़ताल बहुत डेंजरस था, सब डरते थे। गांधी जी भूख हड़ताल में बैठे। At the age of 16, I was headmaster, तगदा जूनियर हाई स्कूल। अच्छा, विद्यार्थी लोग आते थे आपको टिस्टे वैली, गेल, नामरिंग, जिंगब्लांग, उबोंग, लोपचू, पेसोक, मैरीबोंग, कोलबोंग, टाकलिंग, सोरेंग, 6 माइल, चेगरा, एकदम दूर दूर का चाय बागान का लड़का लड़की लोग। और उसमें से 60% तो मुझसे उम्र में ज़्यादा था उन लोगों का। वो लोग बोलते रहे हम लोग का नया सर तो एकदम लड़का आया है, बच्चा आया है। 50 रुपया तलब दिया मुझे, 50 रुपीज़ पर मंथ। 20 रुपया अपने के लिए, 30 रुपया माँ के लिए बेचा। बहुत होता था 30 रुपया उस वक्त, बहुत। 1 रुपया में आपको 16 केजी तो चावल मिलता था। 1 रुपया में 4 मुर्गी का बच्चा मिलता था। एक बकरा का बच्ची का दाम 8 आना, इतना सस्ता जमाना, लेकिन पैसा नहीं मिलता था।
मोक्तान सर इतना अग्रज है हम लोगों के और इतना श्रद्धावान भी है हम लोगों के लिए कि उनकी जब पहली कृति प्रकाशित हुई तब मैं 4 वर्ष की थी। उनके उपन्यास कहानी बहुत लोकप्रिय हुआ करते थे। अब मेरे घर में मेरे दीदी, भाई, दादा ये साहित्य के किताबें पढ़ते थे। वहाँ मोक्तान सर के उपन्यास कहानी संग्रह पढ़ते थे और मैंने बचपन में उनके बहुत सारे किताबें हमारे घर में मुझे मिली, पर मैं नहीं जानती थी कि उनके बारे में। और मेरा एक बार 1958 में प्रकाशित हुई और 1999 में उनसे मेरा मुलाकात हुई। वो जेल में कारागार विभाग में सुपरिटेंडेंट थे, डीआईजी हुए, आईजी हुए। वो कब चले गए वो दार्जिलिंग से ये अपने काम के लिए, मुझे पता नहीं। और वो वहीं थे, हम लोग उनके नाम सुनते थे पर मुलाकात नहीं होते थे। 1964 में उनके उपन्यास हुआ आशीष यात्रा, चरण धूलि हुआ उनका, ऐसे 64, 62 ऐसे ही चरण धूलि उनका फर्स्ट नोवेल है। ऐसे करते करते उनका 2005 में जो जीवन गोरेटोमा उनके ये किताब प्रकाशित हुई। आश्चर्य ये भी जेल जीवन में उनके जो बंदी से मुलाकात हुई और खूब इंटरेस्टिंग। उसमें कानू सल्यान है, नटवर लाल है, इन सब के बारे में उन्होंने जीवन गोरेटोमा जिस चीज़ से मुलाकात हुई, जिस किसके जीवन से गुजरे, वो उनके बारे में उन्होंने लिखे।
That place where I was posted in Burdwan district was a very, very hot zone. Very hot. The temperature would go even up to 50 degrees. Office would open at 6 a.m. and close at 1 p.m. And afternoon, no office, no outing, because outside hot wind would blow. इससे एकदम लू बोल के हवा आती थी, which was very fatal. Sometimes people died. I also, being from a hill station, I also suffered from type of depression and sleeplessness, insomnia. So in this way, the whole night would be a white night. The whole pillow would be a sleeveless pillow. And in the morning, I would become absolutely fatigued, attentionless, no ambition, no inspiration, no desire to take bath, no desire to go to office. And the office was very, very difficult office at that time. All these things were there, so my condition became very bad. There was a very good doctor in Calcutta. I went and consulted him, very good doctor. And he told me, Mr. Mokhtar, there is nothing wrong with you. You go to the river Damodar and swim for 1 hour every day. Or you drive your own car and go on picnic. If I go into a car, I always thought that the car would meet with a serious accident and I would die. Mrityur bhoy, the fear of death was constantly there. And no attention to duty, no liking for food, no liking for cleanliness. So at that time, I had a meeting in Calcutta. In the meeting, the DIG of prisons was also present. I told him everything. He said, don't worry, Baba will do everything for you. Baba sabko theek kar denge. Then I said, sir, what is this Baba you are saying? Then he got inside his house and brought a picture. It was the picture of Satya Sai Baba. His holy life is there, Satyam Shivam Sundaram. You take it, you read it. You read it daily, either one page or one paragraph. And one day I was so much desperate that that night at 9 p.m. I got inside my bed, but only to find that there is no sleep. The trains would be moving whole night, that I could hear. करते करते ठीक रात 9 साढ़े 9 बजे मैं सोने के लिए कोशिश करके I was praying to Baba, because in the book it is written that nothing will do. The prayer is there. You should surrender. You should kill your ego, your vanity and your mental selfishness. Then I thought that let me try. When I am trying so many things, then 9:30 I started praying. I told him that I am a simple man of the hills, a young man. I am holding a responsible work now. At that time, I heard a knock at the door, main door. So I went down to open the latch. दरवाजा खोल दिया तो देखते हैं तो वहाँ तो सत्य साई बाबा खड़ा है, whom I had never seen in my life except that photo. I at once dropped down at his holy feet and he asked me in Hindi, whose house is this? जी किसका घर है? तो बाबा ये तो कृष्ण सिंह मुक्तान का घर है. Have you got a puja room? Have but very small one. Take me there. I went up and took him there. He sat down, I also sat down, Padmasana. Then he said, you follow me, whatever I will say, you should follow. And he said, ओम बोल के ओमकार दे दिया. मैंने भी वैसे ही ओम बोला. सेकेंड टाइम उन्होंने लंबा दिया, मैंने लंबा ही दे दिया. लास्ट टाइम और लंबा तो मैंने लंबा दे दिया. ये मंत्र ओम प्रणव मंत्र दे करके लास्ट में जब बाबा बोले तब तो मैं जब उठा तो देखते हैं बाबा इज नॉट देयर. एंड आई गॉट अप, हैड ए ग्लास ऑफ वाटर. जब 3 बजे उठा तो एकदम फ्रेश. 4 साढ़े 4 बड़ा उठ करके गर्म था, स्नान करके 5-6 बजे तो थोड़ा चाय और नाश्ता लेकर के आई वेंट टू ऑफिस. पेरेड इंस्पेक्शन ऑफ द रूम्स, हाउसेस, किचन, हॉस्पिटल सब करके लौट के आया. एकदम नॉर्मल, नो फियर ऑफ डेथ, गुड एपेटाइट, गुड एक्सरसाइज.
र जब कुनै पनि एउटा बीज जब अङ्कुरित हुन्छ उसको समय निश्चित गरिएको हुन्छ. त्यस्तै आदरणीय सर श्री कृष्ण सिंह मोक्तानको पनि आध्यात्मिक बीज प्रस्फुटन गर्नुको निम्ति चाहिँ 1967-68 उहाँको विभागीय सिनियर एसपी घोष डिआइजी ले उहाँलाई सत्यम शिवम सुन्दरम भन्ने पुस्तक उहाँको हातमा पारिदिनु भएछ. र त्यस समय अलिकति गुरुवर अवसादले पनि पीडित हुनुभएको थिएछ. र त्यो घटना पनि जुन उहाँको हातमा त्यो सत्यम शिवम सुन्दरम पर्यो, त्यो घटना चाहिँ के रहेछ भनेर आज हामी बुझ्छौँ भनेदेखि भगवानको भिजिटिङ कार्ड उहाँले पाउनुभएको रहेछ. त्यो
I was wondering why I am searching outside. I wrote my first novel, Charandhuli, in Nepali, and it was a great success. It became a very popular novel and it ran into 3 editions also. People liked it very much. At that time I was very much interested in Bengali literature and I was reading Sharachandra Chatterjee's novel, Devdas. And then I concentrated on another novel by Rishi Bankim Chandra, Anandamath. Both were on different subjects, but the aim and object was the same. The style and the motive of the novels were so great that I began to expand myself, and I also thought that I would reflect the same scenarios of our society in my writings and make it as broad as possible. So I started writing, and my books began to come one after another, and by God's grace, these books became popular also in the meantime.
So far, I remember and study on his literary career. First of all, in the year 1949, he published short story. The title of that story is Chitrakar. That time, he was only 17 years or 18 years old. Afterwards, from 50 onwards, several articles appeared in different periodicals and leading magazines of Nepali literature. In the field of short stories, he shows his excellence. So I remember, as a man of short story writer, he did highly commendable job in 50s, that I remember. And in the year 1956, his first novel, Charanduli, published, and still that is widely acclaimed novel of romantic period of Nepali literature.
Some children are brought as juvenile, or and some are born there.
Yes,
So tell us about your experience with
yes,
children.
yes. It's a very, very important and very relevant question. There are children in jail under the Act, Children's Act, Government of India Children's Act, 1971. Then it was amended and it became Juvenile Justice Act to avoid physical and any other abuse of these children. They are brought to jail under the Children's Act. As you told, there are children born in jail. The mother is convicted by a court. She is never released unless there is the date of release, or unless there is some legal battle to fight on her behalf, and nobody comes. This girl was born in jail, Pushpa. She had no mother, no father, apparently. Good looking. And during her youthful days, she was more good looking. There were people, with various objectives. The court never allowed that, unless there is a legal paper to show that they have agreed to maintain her, to give her food, shelter, and to give her in marriage or education. There is a paper. They will have to sign before the court. Unless that is done, they are not released. At that time, this question of jail reformation and treating the prisoners alike with other citizens, it was it was a burning question at that time. And in some newspaper, this news was published that Pushpa is in presidency jail. And then a lot of people came to me, and it took about 3 years for me to fight out the case. They are claiming that a court be pleased to release her to their care. And I was saying, unless a legal paper is there, unless the real affection to the girl is there, only taking away by signing a paper in a non-judicial stamp and taking her away will not do. It was the first case in West Bengal that a girl is, people are coming from outside, seeking the hand of a girl and saying that he or she would look after her. And at that time in Bengal there was a lady, she is no more now, Mahasweta Devi, great feminine reformist. She also came forward, and with her help, Pushpa was released and given in marriage to the boy. So it is a very important event in my life, in my personal life. Every human being is subject to change. Everything changes. And I found that even the prisoners who are in jail for 15 years, 10 years, 20 years, or even 6 months, they are changed. It was God's grace that I picked up this jail service. When I was appointed people in Darjeeling all said, oh, very sorry, a man like K.S. Mokhtan, a very charming boy, intelligent, good character, very humble, noble, but a man like him has chosen a job which is a very, very bad job. That is beating people, controlling them, scolding them, disciplining them. They are murderers, they are dacoits, thieves, and he is now in charge of all these. Some of the people said that education department would have been very good for you, a professor or a lawyer. You could become a very good advocate or a barrister, but not this one, which is opposite of your nature. I said, no, brother, what to do? Whatever is given to me by God, I will carry on.
जीवनको पहिलो किताब तिमीले गर्दा छुन पाए कति सुन्दर रहेछ यो संसार तिमीले गर्दा थाहा पाए ठुला ठुला सपना बोकी हिँड्ने यी आँखा हुन् मेरा तिम्रै हत्केला मेरा भए भाग्यको रेखा सबै तिम्रै गर्दैछु आज समर्पणा तिमीमै गीत यो मेरो धन्यवाद 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 तिमीलाई तिमी भइदिएकोमा